Africa is living through a moment many hoped belonged only to the past. Across West, Central, and even parts of East Africa, citizens are waking up to the same scene. Soldiers on television, a president deposed, borders sealed, and a new transitional council promising to clean up the mess left behind. Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Niger, Gabon, Sudan. The pattern is familiar, but the feeling is different this time. For older Africans, it revives memories of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Decades when military takeovers were almost as common as elections. For younger Africans, it raises a heavy question. Is this the direction the continent is heading again? So let's slow down, look past the headlines, and understand the deeper story. Why are coups returning with such force? And why have institutions like ECOWAS and the African Union, created to prevent this exact situation, struggled to stop it? Let's break it down from the beginning. 1. A continent shaped by early coups. Right after independence, most African states were still figuring out what nationhood even meant. Colonial powers left behind borders that ignored ethnic, linguistic, and cultural realities. New governments inherited weak economies, divided societies, and administrative systems not built for democracy. It didn't take long for pressure to rise. From the Congo crisis of the early 60s to military takeovers in Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, and Ethiopia, the pattern spread quickly. Some soldiers claimed they were rescuing their countries from corruption. Others acted as proxies for foreign powers during the Cold War, when Washington and Moscow saw Africa as a chessboard. And make no mistake, foreign interference mattered. Both sides of the Cold War funded coups, armed rebel groups, and supported leaders who served their interests, even when those leaders oppressed their own people. By the 1990s, the continent had experienced more than 200 attempts. So when multi-party democracy returned after the Cold War ended, many hoped the chapter was finally closed. But the roots of instability were still there, quietly growing. 2. Why coups are returning today. The new wave of coups isn't random. It's the product of several overlapping frustrations that have been building for years. 1. Democracy that feels empty. People vote but don't see improvement. Power rotates, but corruption stays. Public services collapse, yet politicians grow richer. When citizens start to feel democracy is more performance than progress, they become vulnerable to anyone who promises change, no matter how drastic. 2. Worsening insecurity. From the Sahel to the Horn, extremist groups have expanded faster than governments can respond. In Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, entire regions became ungoverned spaces. Villagers lived at the mercy of insurgents. Young people joined militias for protection or income. So when the military stepped in and declared that civilian leaders had failed to secure the nation, many citizens didn't argue. They agreed. 3. Economic pressure. Rising food prices, fuel shortages, inflation, unemployment. Across Africa, day-to-day survival has become harder. When people cannot meet basic needs, the legitimacy of the state collapses from below. Coups don't happen in stable economies. They happen in places where frustration spills onto the streets. 4. A new global tug of war. Africa is in the middle of a silent competition, France trying to hold influence, Russia offering security assistance, China investing heavily, the US pushing for democratic alignment. Every foreign partner claims to help, but their agendas often collide and sometimes destabilize. 5. Fragile institutions. Courts that bow to political pressure. Parliaments that change constitutions overnight. Electoral bodies accused of bias. When institutions are weak, trust disappears. And where trust disappears, the military often sees itself as the last resort. 3. What ECOWAS and the AU were supposed to do. On paper, regional bodies like ECOWAS and the African Union were meant to be guardians of stability. They promised to defend constitutional order, sanction illegal governments, and prevent military rule from returning. Their charters speak boldly: zero tolerance for coups, suspensions for juntas, economic pressure on illegitimate regimes, and if necessary, military intervention. In a perfect world, this would have been enough. But Africa isn't dealing with theory. It's dealing with reality. Messy, political, and often unpredictable. 4. Why ECOWAS and the AU have struggled. 1. Inconsistency. When ECOWAS condemns military coups but turns a blind eye when presidents alter the constitution for a third term, people see hypocrisy. Citizens notice when an elected leader behaves like a monarch but faces no consequences, yet soldiers are punished instantly. When rules feel selective, trust collapses. 2. Sanctions that hit the wrong people. Border closures, trade restrictions, flight bans. These tools sound strong, but they hit ordinary citizens first. Farmers can't sell across borders. Markets dry up. Families struggle. Instead of isolating juntas, sanctions often isolate the people, pushing nations closer to whoever offers help without conditions. 3. Limited military capability. It's one thing to threaten intervention. It's another to deploy troops. Many ECOWAS states are already battling insecurity at home. Some armies are overstretched. Others lack equipment. And no leader wants to send soldiers into a volatile neighbor and risk casualties. Threats sound powerful, but if everyone knows they won't be acted on, the power disappears. 4. Foreign pressure. Behind the scenes, international actors influence decisions. Some oppose sanctions. Others oppose intervention. Some quietly support juntas they find useful. This outside pressure often splits African states at the very moment unity is most needed. 5. Growing distrust among citizens. For many Africans, ECOWAS no longer represents the people. It represents presidents protecting each other. So when a coup happens, and ECOWAS condemns it, the public sometimes cheers the coup instead of the condemnation. That's the depth of the disconnect. 5. What this wave of coups really signals. The rise of coups is not just a political crisis. It's a warning, a signal that something deeper is breaking. People want safety. They want opportunity. They want leaders who treat power as responsibility, not entitlement. And they want systems that actually work. But here's the truth. Coups don't solve these problems. They interrupt them, pause them, or temporarily silence them. But they don't fix the foundations. Real stability comes from strong institutions, transparent leadership, functioning economies, and citizens who feel heard. Africa is standing at a crossroads, not between civilians and soldiers, but between repeating old cycles or building systems that last beyond individuals. The next decade will tell which direction we choose. No foreign power can decide Africa's path. No regional body can force progress. No single leader, military or civilian, can transform a nation alone. The future depends on Africans who refuse to accept weak institutions, corrupt leadership, and constant instability as normal. The continent is young, ambitious, creative, and filled with people who want peace and opportunity. The question now is simple. What kind of political culture do we want to pass on to the next generation? If this breakdown gave you clarity, stick around for more African stories, deeper analysis, and the kind of conversations we need to keep having.